Ever wondered how to make the traditional Moroccan chocolate and almond ghriba? Well, you're in for a treat. Picture the rich, vibrant, and diverse Moroccan cuisine, a delightful fusion of flavors from the Mediterranean, the Middle East, and Africa. It's a cuisine that tells 1,000 tales, each dish uniquely spiced and masterfully prepared. Now let's turn our focus to a traditional Moroccan treasure, the ghriba. These are deliciously crumbly cookies that come in a variety of flavors. But today, we're highlighting a version that is sure to satisfy your sweet tooth, the chocolate and almond ghriba. Imagine biting into a cookie with a crunchy exterior, only to discover a soft, chocolatey center, speckled with bits of crunchy almonds. It's a symphony of textures and flavors that is sure to delight. Intrigued by this sweet treat from Morocco? Stay tuned as we delve into the step-by-step process of making the chocolate and almond ghriba. To start off, we need to gather all our ingredients. Our Moroccan chocolate and almond ghriba calls for some truly mouth-watering components. Firstly, we have our ground almonds, which lend a lovely nutty note to our cookies. Next, we need sugar to sweeten things up, and cocoa powder, the backbone of our chocolatey flavor. Moving on, we have butter, which gives our ghriba a rich, buttery taste and tender crumb. We'll also be using eggs, which act as a binding agent, and vanilla extract, which adds a hint of warm, sweet flavor that complements our chocolate perfectly. Last but certainly not least, we have dark chocolate. This is where the magic happens. Using high-quality dark chocolate will truly elevate your ghriba to the next level, giving them a deep, intense chocolate flavor that's simply irresistible. Now that we have all our ingredients ready, it's time to start baking. The first step in making ghriba is preparing the dough. The magic of ghriba begins with a mixture of ground almonds, sugar, and cocoa powder. Picture this: a bowl filled with finely ground almonds, their nutty aroma filling the air. To this, we add sugar, the sweet granules bringing a promise of delightful sweetness to our cookies. But we're not done yet, oh no. Our next addition is cocoa powder, the star player that will give our ghriba that deep, rich, chocolatey flavor. Now, with our dry ingredients combined, let's add some life to this mixture. Enter melted butter, its glossy sheen making the dry mixture come alive. The butter not only adds moisture, but also lends a rich, buttery flavor to our ghriba. Next up, we have beaten eggs. These act as a binding agent, bringing our ingredients together and contributing to the soft, chewy texture of our cookies. We pour the beaten eggs into our mixture, watching as they weave their way through, creating a harmony of flavors and textures. But wait, we're missing something. Ah yes, the vanilla extract. The sweet aroma of vanilla is a classic in any cookie recipe, and our ghriba is no exception. A dash of this liquid gold adds a layer of complexity to our flavor profile, making our ghriba truly unique. Now the moment of truth. We mix. We mix until all our ingredients are well combined, until our mixture transforms into a soft, pliable dough. It's a sight to behold, as the individual components lose their identities and become one. The ghriba dough. The process might seem a bit laborious, but the result, my friends, is worth every bit of effort. The dough, now ready, holds within it the promise of delicious cookies. So we've done it. We've prepared our dough. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? But we're not done yet. The real fun begins now. Our dough is ready, and it's time to shape our ghriba cookies. Now comes the fun part, shaping our ghriba cookies. First, we need to roll our dough into small balls. Picture the size of a walnut. That's the ideal size we're aiming for. But hey, if you want larger or smaller cookies, feel free to adjust the size to your preference. The key, however, is to make sure all your dough balls are roughly the same size. That way they'll bake evenly. Once you've rolled your dough, it's time to add a little surprise in each cookie, a piece of dark chocolate. Just press it gently into the center of each dough ball, making sure it's well nestled in there. This will create a delightful gooey center that pairs beautifully with the crunch of the almond in the dough. Next comes the snowy touch, a roll in a bowl of powdered sugar. Make sure each cookie is thoroughly coated. This will give our ghriba cookies that distinct, crackled surface, and of course, an extra touch of sweetness. Now let's talk baking. You'll want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. While your oven is heating up, place your cookies on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Give them some room to breathe and expand so they don't stick together. Once your oven has reached the desired temperature, slide in your cookie-laden baking sheet. You'll need to bake them for about 10 to 12 minutes, or until the bottoms are lightly golden. This will ensure that your cookies are baked to perfection, crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. During this time, the scent of baking cookies will fill your kitchen, creating an atmosphere of warmth and comfort. It's a smell that speaks of home and of simple, delicious pleasures waiting just a few minutes away. After a short wait, our cookies are ready to be taken out of the oven. And there you have it, your very own Moroccan chocolate and almond ghriba cookies ready to be savored and enjoyed. Our ghriba cookies are baked and ready to be served. Now you might be wondering, what's the ideal way to serve these Moroccan delicacies? Well, ghriba cookies are usually enjoyed at room temperature. This allows the flavors to fully develop and the texture to settle into that perfect balance between tender and crumbly. But don't just serve them on their own. To truly experience ghriba the Moroccan way, pair them with a cup of freshly brewed mint tea. The refreshing notes of the mint beautifully complement the rich chocolate and almond flavors in the cookies, creating an absolutely delightful treat. It's a pairing that's cherished in Moroccan homes and cafes, and one that we're sure you'll fall in love with too. Let's talk a bit about the flavors and textures you can expect from these cookies. Ghriba are known for their unique texture. A bit crunchy on the outside, yet wonderfully soft and fudgy on the inside. It's a texture that's truly hard to resist. And then there's the flavor. A heavenly blend of rich chocolate, toasted almonds, and a hint of citrus from the orange blossom water. It's a symphony of flavors that dances on your palate, making each bite an experience to savor. The beauty of ghriba lies not just in their taste, but in their simplicity. They're made with just a handful of ingredients, yet they manage to deliver such an incredible depth of flavor. And the best part? You can make them right in your own kitchen. So go ahead, pour yourself a cup of mint tea, grab a ghriba cookie, and take a moment to enjoy this Moroccan treat. Savor the flavors, the textures, and the warmth of the experience. It's not just about eating a cookie, it's about partaking in a tradition, a culture, a way of life. There you have it, traditional Moroccan chocolate and almond ghriba, ready to be enjoyed. Let's quickly recap the steps for making chocolate and almond ghriba. We started off with a glimpse into the rich and varied Moroccan cuisine, setting the stage for our cooking adventure. Then we dove into the essential ingredients that bring this dish to life. Remember, quality is key, so make sure to use fresh almonds and high-quality chocolate for the best results. The first step in our process was preparing the dough. We combined our dry ingredients, flour, ground almonds, cocoa powder, and baking powder. Then we mixed in the wet ingredients, butter, sugar, and eggs. It's important to mix these gradually to ensure a smooth, well-combined dough. We also added in our star ingredient, the chopped chocolate, to give our ghriba its signature chocolatey goodness. Next, we moved on to shaping and baking the cookies. We formed small balls from our dough, rolled them in powdered sugar, and placed them on a baking sheet. Remember, they spread during baking, so leave enough room between each cookie. We baked them in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes, until they were beautifully cracked on the top and soft in the center. Finally, we served and enjoyed our ghriba. We let them cool on the baking sheet, allowing them to firm up before transferring them to a serving plate. And there you have it, delightful Moroccan chocolate and almond ghriba, ready to be enjoyed with a cup of mint tea or coffee. Throughout this process, we learned not only about the ingredients and steps involved, but also about the cultural significance of ghriba in Moroccan cuisine. These cookies are a staple in Moroccan households, especially during festive occasions. With these steps, you can now recreate this traditional Moroccan delicacy right in your own kitchen. Enjoy your baking journey.